Hi everybody! Tonight I will share with you my new knitting machine, the Jamit 48 needle. Come in a nice box, it's all well wrapped, and they join it with the book that come in 5 different languages. That could be nice. So they have different place to put your yarn to get it tighter or not, and they have three. I don't know why. And they provide needle, wool needle. They have a stitch, not a stitch, a switch. They don't have any row counter on it, but it is electric, so it will wrap. Oof, that was hard to say. And it came all perfect, except for one feet that was not enough tight, but it's okay. I fix it. Very nice presentation. They look very strong. I turn it with my finger to fix the feet of the machine. I will hold it with the screw driver, the Philip. There, everything is fine. So it is very easy to get together all the part. Very easy to follow. The feet have a little bit of a rubber on it, so it will prevent of moving on the table. And they also have 2 clamps, like their immediate competitor. They have choose the same color. So I just noticed that right away when I opened the box. So here I have the switch like we all have on other machine, the panel cycle and the circular, and the switch on off, and the little thing for the electric plug. So they provide a little 2 little needle in plastic. I don't really like plastic needle, but I will use it for this project. I was trying the machine, so I decide to do a project in the same time. So put that in the right place. And remember, it is plastic, so don't be too strong when you put it on together. Just go very soft, and when it doesn't move, you stop. You don't want to crack it. It's only plastic. And those machines are kind of expensive too, so you don't want to break anything. There. Oops. There. So this part is get together. The yarn gets stuck. There. So I will start with the yarn that I know is always work on my other machine. I use some premium Bernat. We'll find the black needle. I use the crank for now. One in the front, one in the back. I will cast on the machine like I always do for the first row. Like this. Everything look great. Whoops. Almost jumped one. There. One in the front, one in the back. It turns smoothly, so right now it look okay. Put that in the yarn feeder. Like this. Usually I don't have that on my other machine, or when I have it I don't use it. I always use my finger and my thumbs to regular the yarn through the yarn feeder. So I decide to push it a little bit. Sorry, it doesn't provide the sound on it because it was very noisy machine. So we'll share with you on the next video, because I'm doing another one right now. That's the first try is this one, and my second try will be on the next video. So time to plug my machine. I did 3 rows. Oops, was on And something I don't like with the cord, it's not long enough. So if you are like me, you have a small space or a table, you have to go under it. It's kind of not easy. I think the plug is only 2 or 3 feet long. It's not long enough. Must be like 5 or 6. So okay, that's going great. That's a nice speed. It feels funny to see the crank going by itself. That's funny. So the machine, I have to feed the machine like this because I didn't prepare my yarn before like I do usually. So we don't have any counter, so I will prepare my little stitch marker with yarn like I do on my other video, so it doesn't matter for me. So every 10 rows I will add a little stitch marker of a different color yarn. So I pull, whoop, 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 whoop. I have to be careful. Put the stitch marker. Every 10, I'm sure I have 10. Yes, I have 10. So I will put the on button again. The speed look okay. It doesn't slow, so keep up. I wonder how it's gonna be with more rows on it. For now it's going, oops, almost get stuck there. You have to be careful. You have to watch your machine all the time because everything could happen when it's moving by itself like that. You don't leave it there and go away though. It's dangerous to do that and arrive your machine is stuck or you lost all your work. So like this, keep going, pull the yarn, will be time to another stitch marker soon, right here. So I put my other stitch marker, so that means we are now at 20 rows and I will need 35 rows for this project. And you could find the full pattern in the video description. And I know there's a commercial banner on the bottom of the video that it stay there all the time. It's because I'm presently trying new program for editing and they are kind of costly, so before I buy it I decide to try it. So since it's not like a pattern video, it's more like a how it works, my positive and negative part of it, I decided to give it a try with this program. Even the banner is still there. This edit program is Filmora, and I have another one to try later on. If you have any free edit program or not too expensive program, let me know in the comment. So I put my third one, so that means I have 30 rows, another 5 to go, and I will continue with the waist yarn. So far so good. The stitch look okay, no drop stitch for now. The speed is good. The only thing I would like is to see like 2 speed, like very slow for when we do the cast on, and then the second one that speed la. No need to be faster than that, because you need to be able to watch the stitches making and make sure there's no drop stitch, and to be able to stop it very fast. So I put the yarn in the middle, followed by the waist yarn, and I will go and let it go through my finger for at least 5 rows. So it worked like this too. Usually with my other machine, I go like this with my finger. I crank in one end and hold it on the other end. There. Almost finished. See, no more yarn in the feeder. I will check if it does the same thing. Is it release it? Yes, it released it by itself. So that's great. That's great. That's another positive thing. So far so good. There's some stitch that get stuck. It's okay. I will just stop it here and remove it by hand. I will use the little plastic needle and crank it to be able to release it. There. And voila! The first one is done. So it look like this. That is not the original one. That's the second one, because there, as you could see, I have the waste yarn both side, and on the video when I started I forgot to do the waste yarn, so that's the second tube I did. So now I would do the closing. Like this. And we'll continue. Like this and continue. You grab one stitch on the side and one stitch on the other side. And you see why I use the contrasting yarn? It's to be able to grab the stitches more easily with my hook. Like this. There. And continue. And then continue. Keep going. Sorry for the commercial banner if you don't see correctly. Like I said, just go and get the pattern in the video description. And if you're not comfortable with the closing with a hook, I've also provide a video. It's 5 ways to close a tube, and if you're not comfortable, you use the option 3. It's made with a needle. It's not the perfect way to close it, but at least it will give you a chance to make a lot of project until you get more comfortable with a hook. Because with time you will need to be able to use a hook. So practice yourself. Not need to be perfect the first try, but more you try, and then you will get better with time, like everybody. Almost finished. There. Very important to grab all the stitches to prevent drop stitch. Like this. Almost finished. There. So now it's time to remove the waste yarn. To do that, you go and remove the first row. Why the first row? It's because it's the part that we do the cast on at the beginning. but you didn't see it on the video because that's the second tube. That's why you don't remember that. But on the second tube I did 5 ways, 35 blue, and 5 ways to finish. So I continue to remove it, and after that it will be easier to remove. Like this. So you roll it. Usually it goes like this, but sometimes it could get stuck. So if it gets stuck, you take your time and you fix it. And when you don't have time, like me, when I do video, I will cut it. And some people will grinch. They will not be happy with that. But sorry, video are so time consuming, so I do my best. I choose my battle. So I check no drop stitch, so that's good. So make sure you don't have a twisted tube. There, make sure your collar are straight. And then you roll it by inside. And then you will go and close this side of the tube. Oops, I'm not in the right angle. Whoop-a-day. So we'll do the same thing. Wrap one side and then go on the other side. The hook I use is a 4.5. I think I forgot to say it. Almost finished. Like this. Oh, here I have a drop stitch. You see, it's very far. The stitch is very far, so I have to be careful, but it's a drop stitch and I will fix it, don't worry. So it's a good thing. If it's happened to you, you will know how to fix it. It's very easy, no problemo. There, right here. There. Time to remove. Not the remove, but to bring your tail at the right place, because it's a little bit too much on the side. There. And then I will pull. Pull, pull, pull. Sometimes get stuck, and it just happened. But I decided to leave it there, so that way, if it's happened to you, you could say, "Ah, it's happened to Jojo too." So. And if you're new to my channel and you're a subscriber, can you put a heart in the comment, please? Just to let me know. No need to write a comment, just a little heart. And if you're not new, but a great fan, 2 hearts. If it's your first stop here, don't have a clue what you're looking at, put a happy face. So I will remove the stitch marker and then fix the drop stitch. Very easy. You just go and bring your hook in it, in the loop, grab the bar and bring it in. Grab the bar and bring it in. Grab the bar and bring it in. Now, with your needle, you will go and bring your tail where is your hook. See, the stitch are look okay. There. And close it. And I will remove the stitch marker now. Stretch it, very important, always stretch your work. There. And put it inside the double layer. And then you pull like this. No need to cut. There. Same thing on the other corner. Oof, it's hard tonight to speak English, sorry. So I got my two square, my two rectangle ready to be changed in mitten, fingerless mitten, or fingerless gloves. So prepare my yarn needle with a little piece of yarn, and I will share with you how I attach them. So I decide to make those different way, like usually I do on the opposite side, but this time I decide to sew it on this way. So I grab one full stitch, keep a tail of yarn to close it at the end, and go grab another full stitch right here. There. I don't go on the seam, just go on the side of the seam that we did earlier. So I go very loosely for now, because I'm just testing it to make sure I have enough room for my thumbs. So full stitch and go on the other side. I didn't put any part faster for this thing, because that way everybody have a chance to see how to do it. If it's too slow, you could speed up on the option on your YouTube directly in the right, I think, and you could set up the speed if you want it slower or faster. That's a great option with the YouTube. So we'll try it. That's a size small for me. I have a small hand, almost like a kid's hand. So I did 5 column or 5 rows if you count it on the side. Pull it, and I will do a little knot. So I'm watching the stitch there look great. So the machine did the job for this part. I don't know yet on the long term how it's gonna work, but for now it's so good. I continue, and I will put my hands in it. So if you have a larger hand, make sure you fix your thumbs before you finish to sew it. So I decided to go with 5. So that's the 5th one. There. And will fit there. So now I remove it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm good. So I put that equally with the other side. Make sure I don't do any twist. And now I will continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I continue like this. Grab a full stitch on the border of the edge, and I continue. Full stitch and continue. So I continue to go very loose with my stitch, and I will pull the yarn, don't worry. So you will do the exact same thing for the other fingerless gloves. I will not show the second one. The video already long enough. I always try to be less than 30 minutes. I was very close on this one, but it is a way to share what I experienced with it for now. So far so good. I will do the second video with my second attempt on the machine, and we'll see if it's still going okay or not. I will also share with you. Now it's time to pull. I like the seam, the way it worked very well, look great. And the mitten is very comfortable for my hands, look warm. Especially in March, you have the nice day, and on night it's very cold, so those will be just fine with in my pocket, in my jacket. So we will prepare. It's the time of the year that we never know how to dress. In the morning it's cold, and at noon it's very warm, and at night it's very cold again. There, almost finished. If you want, you could leave it that part open, do a little knot, it will give you a little style. And if you want to continue like I did, you follow the rest of the video. And like I said, the full pattern will be in the video description in another video. There. There, almost finished. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any question, just ask it in the comment. I will be more than happy to answer it. I always answer the question as soon as I can, especially when I'm not working. There, keep a loop and do a knot. There. Hide it in the double layer. So Time to try it both. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you next week for a brand new video. And never give up. Ciao, ciao. I love them. I will put them and showing off tonight. Bye-bye.